Hello friends, my name is Adele, welcome to my channel. I'm back. I did not post a video last week, just because I had a lot of schoolwork to deal with and I was just busy. So here I am, I'm back. Hello. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Netflix recommendations. I separated them into 3 categories. So I have movies, shows, and documentaries, and these are my favorites out of all of these categories. There's only three categories. So out of these 3 categories, these are my favorites, and I just thought I would share them with you because I always like finding new shows and things to watch. So I thought this would be helpful, maybe if you're looking for something new to watch. So in the first category of movies, my first recommendation is a movie called Beginners. It is so good. It's such a great movie. 1, Ewan McGregor. I love him with like all of my heart. 2, there's a really cute dog in it who talks, kind of. He doesn't really talk, but they give him like subtitles of like things he's saying. I just think it's really cute. It's a very great movie. It's about this guy, Ewan McGregor, who finds out that his dad is gay, and it's just like him dealing with like life and like loneliness and depression. And it's just really sweet. It's a really sweet movie. The second movie that I'm recommending is The Fundamentals of Caring, and this is a Netflix original movie, I'm pretty sure. It has Paul Rudd in it, and it's just a really sweet movie, again. I like emotional movies, not necessarily sad movies, but just feel-good movies that just make you feel emotions, I guess. So it's about a disabled teenager, not kid, but he can't leave the house or anything, and then Paul Rudd like becomes his like new caretaker, and they go on a road trip around the country, and they meet like cool characters. It's really good and it's really sweet, and I highly recommend it. So the third movie that I recommend is Perfect Sisters, and this is actually based off of a real life crime that happened in Canada, I believe. I think it was like I think they're called like the bathtub sisters, something to do with the bathtub, I don't remember exactly. It's about these 2 sisters who like hate their mom, so they plan to kill her. It's very cool, it's very interesting, so I recommend that. The last movie that I want to recommend, it was actually going to be a movie called It's Such a Beautiful Day. One of the best movies I've ever seen. It's much different than a regular movie. It's animated, it's like drawings. Very interesting, and I suggest that if you watch it, definitely keep your full attention on it. It's just it makes you think. Kind of creepy. My boyfriend didn't like it well, he liked it, but he said it was kind of unnerving. Very, very cool movie, and I highly recommend it. It's so cool. Anyway, that was my last recommendation, but I actually just checked, and I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, and I'm really upset about it. But the same people who made that movie, they have another movie that is on Netflix that I also really like, so that's my part 2 of this one, and it's called World of Tomorrow. It's also an animated thing. Their style is very cool. This is technically a movie, but it's only like 16 minutes long. Like, it's very short. Again, makes you think. This one's not creepy or anything or weird. It is weird. It's just different. It's about like a little girl who like meets her future self from the like the future, and she tells her about life and stuff. Again, only like 15-16 minutes. Very cool, very interesting. Please go watch it. Both of those movies changed my life, and if you can find It's Such a Beautiful Day somewhere, because I'm pretty sure they took it off Netflix, definitely recommend it. It is so cool. They both are so cool. Alright, moving on to shows. The first show that I recommend is Shameless. This one's pretty popular. A lot of people watch it. I was a little late on the train to watch Shameless, but I did start it. I started it like last year, but it's very good. It is a little raunchy, I guess. It cusses in every episode. There's also like full nudity in most of the episodes, if not every single one. So if you don't like cussing or nudity, don't watch it. It's not gonna be up your aisle because it's just very out there. Second show I recommend, I've talked about it before, it was in like one of my favorites video, but it's the Great British baking show, or the Great British Bake Off. It's like a food cooking competition. Very addicting to watch. It's just really sweet. I just like it. I like competition shows and food shows, and it's just good. Third show I recommend is The Fosters. This is also, I was a little late to watch this one as well. Started this one last year. Super great show. One, I love Maya Mitchell. She's awesome, and so I just love her. And it's so like progressive. Like it follows a family, and the parents of it are two lesbian moms, and one's a cop, and the other is a a black high school principal or vice principal, and it just is their family. They foster a bunch of different kids, and it's just really nice and sweet, and it's just very good. And the last show that I recommend is Black Mirror. I'm sure a lot of people have watched this one as well. This show definitely makes you think. Each episode's a different, I guess, futuristic scenario. The best episode is San Junipero. I'm pretty sure it just won an award. It's so good. That's my favorite episode. Another good episode on it is White Bear. I think it's White Bear. It's either White Bear or Black Bear. They're just so cool. Alright, now moving on to documentaries. I love documentaries, so I had to include its whole little section. So the first documentary that I want to mention, I have talked about before. It's called The Confession Tapes. It is more like a show with episodes, but each episode is different, and each episode's it's like a factual show documentary, so I did include it in the documentary section. But it's about false confessions, and each episode is a different case where the confession was false or coerced. It's just very interesting, especially if you want to learn about interrogation methods and how the police are not doing a very good job at that, and how convicting innocent people is a big deal, and it does happen more than we think, and it ruins that person's life. And I think it's just so important, and I think our justice system needs more work. This isn't trying to be like a rant, but very interesting show. Second documentary is Food Inc., and this is about the food industry and how they treat the animals, and not just the animals, but just, how foods are processed and made. I think that stuff is very serious, and we put this stuff in our bodies, and it's just crazy that how our food is made, the techniques they use are allowed. Food documentaries make me so uncomfortable. Like, they're so interesting, and I get so into it. It's just like, I can't believe, that's real. Okay, anyway, moving on. The third documentary that I want to mention is Amanda Knox, and this is another true crime documentary, and it's about Amanda Knox, and she was a study abroad student in Italy. She's from America, and she went to Italy, and there her roommate was murdered, and she was convicted of it, even though she was innocent, and it just follows that story and her trial. The last documentary that I want to mention is 13th. Again, another woke documentary. Honestly, go watch this, oh my god. This documentary talks about the, modern day slavery, and how African Americans are treated in society, and it talks about incarceration and the war on drugs, and it's so interesting. This just won an award as well. Honestly, one of the best documentaries that I've ever watched. So informative. It sheds so much light on everything. Even if you think you already know some of these things, it goes into so much detail and just provides so much information. And again, everyone should watch this stuff, because it's not, this isn't stuff to take lightly. If you, A, don't want to watch it because you think it's stupid or doesn't apply to you, or B, you do watch it and you still hold certain beliefs that aren't very good, that's just ignorance at its finest, honestly. That's just, God. Again, sorry, very, very informative, very interesting. I hate when people say that racism doesn't exist anymore. I hate ignorance and people who I'm not gonna get into this right now. That's a different video. Okay, so those are all of my recommendations in those categories. I do have one honorable mention, and that is Make Happy by Bo Burnham. He's a comedian, and it's his little comedy sketch. So good, very, very good. It's just a sweet little thing. Very nice, very funny, and yeah, so I just wanted to mention that one because I like it. So these were all of my recommendations for Netflix. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these, or if you do watch them because of this, then please let me know down below and just tell me what you think of it, because I really like these and I hope other people do too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because that would mean so much to me. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!